Hey, good morning. It's Tracy from the bed of truth, not a lie, and from my perspective, not anyone else's, and my experiences. Let's get that out the way, okay? So, coming on this morning to ask this question based on my experiences in life and conversations I've had with people and observations. So, observations for me are factual. When you see something, it is true. It's life. So I'm always wondering why some black men put standards on black women that they don't put on white women. What do I mean by that? I mean that a lot of times black men have like a litany of laundry items that we have to be as black women. However, if we don't fit those needs or standards or get any grace from them, if they then decide to date outside of their race, they don't hold those same standards to those women based on some of the physical attributes that they put on black women. For example, they have to be a certain way. They have to look a certain way. They have to be a certain skin tone. Hair got to be a certain way. And I understand these are people's preferences, right? But here's where it goes wrong. When you don't get those preferences in the black woman, but then you date outside your race, most times white women, and they look nothing like what you was holding us the standards to, if that makes sense. So, for example, for the people in the back of the bus that ain't understanding what I'm saying, I want to make it clear. And like I said, you could like, love, be with whoever you want, but as a black woman, I find it disheartening. I find it, not deceitful isn't the word, but I just find it very disheartening that you would put a black woman on this standards, and then over here, when you decide to date outside your race, it's like way down here. What? And then the other thing, I know when we've had conversations, me, my mom, my aunt, with those that we have been around, grew up with, or whatever, just having conversation over the years, they will say that, oh, black women are more difficult to deal with, and all of these facades, fantasies, whatever you want to call them, innuendos. I feel that it doesn't matter the race, because anybody could be difficult. Anybody can be anything. So when they used to say that stuff, we're like, okay, well, maybe you're just weak and can't handle someone that's strong who happened to be a black woman you dated. So now you want to go over here to the grass is greener side, which ain't really greener. It's just different. And they may be more docile, a doormat. And that can be anyone, like I said. Black, white, Spanish, Chinese, Indian. Anyone can be assertive, strong-minded, weak, a doormat, what have you. Depends on, too, what part of your life you're in or what life experiences. If you are, like there was a time in my life, people couldn't believe I went through what I went through with domestic violence because I am a strong-minded person. But at that point, my self-esteem and everything was like, it had been depleted. So, like I said, anybody could be anything at any time. I just feel like the standards on black women are like out the roof. But like I said again, oh yeah, and that's another thing. They want you to look a certain way, be a certain weight. Yeah, so basically, she gotta be fine, and she can't have no gut, and she gotta be this. And then the other thing is, some of them want all these standards for the black woman, and then you looking at them like, excuse me, you don't have all that. So why should you put all that on me? Understand what I'm saying? And I understand, like I said, some people are for people, some people aren't for people, and that's what people have to understand. Like who likes you. Okay? If you're going to have all these standards, like who likes you at the end of the day. Then we ain't got to worry about all these standards and putting us as black women in a little box and having a whole narrative for us, because that's some BS. Okay? Anyways, that's what I wanted to come on for. Please comment and let's have a dialogue about this. I'm probably going to have like other guests on to talk about this, because it's not only me that thinks like this as a black woman or feels like this. Like I said, you put all the standards on us, but then do a 360 for someone else. And it's like, what? You want us to jump through hoops? And I don't think so. Anyways, Tracy with the Better Truth, early sunrise edition. Have a great day. And remember, maybe that's what the black man needs to realize. That part. Clock that. Signing off till next time. Have a great day.